Good morning, my friends. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. We're going to do mixed media today, and as we talked about when I showed these, I'm going to try and spray them and see how they do. I did try these two here. I think they're dry now. They take a little while to dry, but the sprays do not stick. So what I did is I brushed on some glue and then I sprayed, let it sit for a couple seconds, and then dabbed it off with a paper towel. And so this is how they turned out. They're still a bit wet. I have green on there because I used the same paper towel, but we are going to do it together. First, I'd like to just do a quick background with some of my gouache paints. I'm gonna, got a big waterfall here if I'm not careful. I put them all in here instead of in that, instead of their original packaging, because I didn't want to fight with the pieces. So this is lemon yellow, and all I'm going to use is my roller ball. And I picked this up years ago from a speedball, from Amazon. And it was actually a very good price. So I'm not spraying the paper or anything. I'm just going to add color just to have a nice bright area. And there's other colors on here that'll probably end up going onto that page, but yeah, I don't mind. It's all fun. Pale green, put near the bottom. Oh, experimenting is so much fun. I really enjoy it. So you can stamp, you can use your oh my goodness, words, Brenda. Your stenciling, modeling paste, whatever you'd like to use. This one, turquoise. I don't think I need very much, but it's just to add color, just to give a background to what we're popping on here. Oops. And then, of course, the colors, the pages underneath will all get colored as well, because that's just how I roll, it seems. Beautiful. Nice, bright background. And it doesn't have to make sense, really. Just, the idea is to just have fun and experiment. This is yellow ochre. I don't know that the colors matter, but in case somebody was wondering what they are, then now you know. So there's our background. All right, so I'm going to set it aside, let it dry. And now I didn't want them to be stickers anymore, because I'd rather use the glue and then I know it's going to stick. So I have my embossing buddy. It's so old, but I don't use it very often, and it works. So it's a Stampin' Up! Product. I'm not even sure if they have it anymore, but it's a static remover. So it just takes all the stickiness away. So I want to, this is the one that we had taken off in the first place. And so all I do is just dab it on. You can see the powder stuff. I have no idea what the powder is. So, whoops. Yep, just bend it. And then it takes the stickiness away. Just like that. All right, so I have my glue ready. Where are you? Here. And I just used a stamp block to put the glue on. I don't know if there's a better way, but this was just here, so this is what I use. Well, maybe I'll do it this way, and then I don't have to wait, right? I'll just use what's in the lid here. Just take a bit, and I'm just going to lightly brush it on. It works, and that's what I wanted, right? I wanted something where I could have this spray adhere to it, because it's so shiny that nothing was holding onto the leaves or the butterfly. And then just pick some colors. They don't have to be a green. You can be whatever color you want. I have my different sprays here. I have my mica stains, but I just want a little bit, and then can add a little bit of a darker color as well. The paper underneath them, they of course hold the ink because it's paper. It's not this shiny stuff. So I'm just going to lightly tap, and that just takes off the big bubbles, big marks of it. And so there we go. And then once it's dry, you can add another color on there if you want. If you want to make them fall looking, you know, then add, what do I have here? I have copper. These are the micas. Well, let's try them. I didn't try them on the other ones, on the other one that I did. But that glue is going to hold the gonna hold everything there, which is so nice. I'll just grab a piece of paper towel here. But how fun is it to experiment with different things? Let me pick it up. And so there we go. I don't know if you can see all the shimmer on there. Of course it's still wet. That's okay. It has to dry. Let's do a butterfly. Do this nice big one. Same thing with the embossing buddy. Of course it sticks, but it won't in a minute. So I hope you're all well. I hope your week's going good. And there's the stickiness is gone. I really want it to be like a blue, but what do we have here? Try this blue mica. What is it? Juniper berry. Pretty dark, but with the shine that's on here, oh, I hope it works. Sometimes they don't want to work. Oh. Oh, I didn't put glue on it, see? So now you'll see what it's like when there's no glue. The paper underneath stains, of course. And it's okay, even though I've done that. I'm gonna still add this. And it'll dry clear because on the butterfly, the insides are all clear, but I would like the color to be on the veins of the wings. So there we go. We'll try that. See what happens. Where is it now? Here. Sorry, I'm just going to pick it up, pop it on here, I think. Ooh. Oh, look at that blue. That's beautiful blue. So I'm just going to lightly tap it. I'm using the paper towel because I don't want to have any of the moisture on it. Oh, that is beautiful. So there's the butterfly. and see the feelers on it are a nice darker blue because it's paper. But that's going to look really sharp when it's dry. Nice, nice. Okay, how about one of the other butterflies? Oh. Leaves. What did I do with the butterflies? Did you see? Right in front of me. One of the smaller ones, let's see. All right. If you want them to stay stickers, then of course you won't need this, right? If you any stickers, you don't have to have these ones. Use any stickers that you want to experiment with and play with. So I'd like to try this Wilted Violet. It's the Spritz, Distressed Spritz. I'll try that, and I'll just add a touch of glue. Oh, it looked like it was ready to come out. Better leave it on there. And same thing, I'm going to go right over top because I want to have it in the veins of the wings. Here we go. Oops. A little bit sticky. There. All right, let's try this. Interesting color. I don't know if I like it. Looks to me, looking at it, it looks almost like gray with the purple. So that just added a touch of color on there. So let's try this Fossilized Amber, it's called. Oh, see, that just brightens it up beautifully. I like that. Right, so I'm just going to lightly touch it just because there was a bit of a puddle there. So let me pick it up. And so there we go. I'm sure paints would work on it too, but, and then again, you see the feelers. They are nicely colored. All right, so let's do one more leaf, one of these leaves, and then we will get them onto our page, and then it can just dry. Oops, come on. And there's a little piece there that has to come out, but I won't do that until I get the stickiness off. I don't know if you've tried this. If you have, let me know if you've sprayed stickers before and how it was for you. All right, so we have two different greens. So, make it kind of, oh, I didn't even add glue. But see how it doesn't stay? It stays on the paper if you don't add the glue bit. So that's why I want that on there. There we go. And then on the point. There we go. Let's try again, but I'll use this mustard seed this time. Oh, whoa, that is yellow. Yikes. Grab the peeled paint. is. I always wait for the sound of that little ball that's inside. Ooh. Paper towel. Oh, that's an interesting color. Once the green got put on there. Interesting. Just add a little bit of this green though. Try and get it a little further away and hope there's not a big splat of color. There we go, that just toned that yellow down a little bit, which is great. Okay, so we have some pieces to play with. Set that one there. That I can use for a different project. All right, do I have my words? I should have them. Forgot to bring them over. There we go. Because I'm thinking it's gonna need a word of some sort. Let me just get this lid on. And then I'll leave it standing up so the glue comes out of the lid. Okay, let's do this. Pretty blue, but it's gonna stand out nicely there. Wow, it's a beautiful color. If you want a darker background, then add other colors. There we go. And I'll just press underneath. Oops, get my fingers under there. Because it's a bit damp still. And of course I'll let you know if it actually dries or not. You know, you never know if it's going to dry. But hopefully they will. Yeah, right there. You can put half a butterfly on, have it like it's flying out, flying off, something. You can use black marker to outline your leaves, your butterflies. Actually, that one might be just a tad too big. Let me see. Hopefully I'm in frame. Well, let's add it. I'm using my Fabri-Tac to put them down. Oops, just press the bottom ones. There's no point in pressing on the top. So there's that one. And then this one, can pop it right there. The ink is kind of sticky on there, so I kind of like the idea of the 3 butterflies. I will just nip off his wing, be like he's flying off the page. There we go, just like that. So this one was just a little too big for it, so that's okay. Let me just grab a word. Maybe not that. Sometimes it's hard to pick a sentence or a word. So let me just... Yeah, I'm just going to tear it out. Good things take time, it says. There we are. Good things. I just added ink to the top of them. Good things take time. And so there we go. Just snip off the wing. There we go. Like I said, you can add stamping if you want. I have these just random words on here. I just keep it on my desk because I like to use it. Have it as a finishing touch. You can barely see it, but if you're looking, and plus it's in the brown, so it's but you can see it there. Just adds a little bit into the background. There we go. And you can carry on if you want. You know, you can keep adding. You can do mark making. You can, like I said, you can outline things in black. You can just carry on. But I'm going to leave that for today, and I'm going to let it dry. And so let me know what you think. Would you try this? It's actually still just, it's tacky. So that must mean it's drying. All right, so let me know what you think in the comments. Any questions, please ask. And thanks for coming along with this experiment that I tried. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.